It slices. It dices. But the handle is broken, so it bites the hand.
Have you ever had a knife that you just love so much?
Yes,
Yes.
I have.
But the handle is broken?
Yes, I have.
Yes, we do.
We've had this knife for a while, the better part of a century, or a decade, maybe decade.
A marriage.
A marriage. We've had this for the better part of a marriage, which for us is. This knife has been around for a while, and it works really well. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. However, the handle is now falling apart, and it's time to do something about it. We've actually used it broken for probably about a year now, and it's just now deteriorated to such an extent that we just can't ignore it any longer. So we're gonna make it out of resin. We're gonna make the handle out of resin.
Yes. We are going to use a dowel, aluminum foil. This is heavy duty aluminum foil, and duct tape.
Indeed. Compared to the silicone mold, like that pink stuff that can be made, this is going to be a lot less efficient in the sense that we're going to end up having to use a lot more resin in order to do this. However, it's a little bit more accessible in the sense of, we're using common materials to create the mold, and ultimately we'll be able to sand it down just fine anyway, so it should work.
Okay, so we're just gonna jump into it. We're gonna form the aluminum around the dowel.
Yep.
We figured out that the dowel is about the same size as the handle, but it is a little larger so that it's not gonna be too small.
Yep. All right, let's do it. Looks good. Does it fit the knife?
Okay, so now, ready? And so we will kind of form it to that shape a little bit. There's going to be excess.
Yep, we're just going to have to sand that down.
All right, so now we're just going to pry this apart and try and get out as much as possible. So you did a good job of getting the old stuff out.
We did a good job.
We did, but you finished up, and it's pretty clean inside.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Nice and hollow down there, and then on the other side, we got most of it. However, there is a little bit still up in here. But there's no way for me to be able to reach it. I think we're gonna be all right anyway.
Yeah, as long as it's bigger inside than it is on the outside, that way it's not able to fall out.
It's like the TARDIS.
Oh boy. I married a nerd.
You're lucky
and I'm
for
proud
it.
of it.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
How about we spray the mold release now before I forget or we forget?
That's a good idea. I think if you just put it down.
I would say stick that nozzle like right in there. Go crazy with it. Why not?
Okay. 1 pump of each, right?
Correct.
Or
Mask on.
1 and 1? 1 to 1.
Correct. 1 to 1. So why are you doing 2 separate containers?
I think
Oh,
we're
it's
gonna.
gonna drip.
Whoa! Aw.
Lost some.
Nope. Got it.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I think I want to do 2 colors.
Oh, okay.
What
All right.
What do you think?
I'm all right with that. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens.
Just in between. It's just underneath of the 30
Okay.
for this one, and a little more in between the 25 and the 30 for this.
All right.
So maybe I'll just add a little bit.
You know, I feel like we're gonna need, again, even more than that. Now, looking at the shape of this and the size of this,
It's definitely looking like copper. That's what we want.
yep, looks good. Looks really nice. I mean, I like the way it's looking so far. A marbled look.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So I think what we decided is we are going to try and pour it sideways as much as possible. Oh no. This was maybe not such a good idea.
Duct tape.
Sure. We go from the top. So we're just gonna put it in here and let it rest.
Yep.
And let it cure for 24 hours. Well, you know what? It's actually comfortable as is. So if this doesn't work, we know that we can always keep this part on.
Excellent. Ready?
All right, let's check this thing out here. There you go, puppy. That's a good girl.
the first look of it, I mean, it looks like we've got plenty of resin to work with. And it looks like it did fill in and form the way that we wanted it to. I mean, it's really rough right now, but that's okay because that's, you know, the shaping process will take care of that. So,
yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right.
It's done.
I'm so excited. It is even more, yeah, it's much better.
Our expectations were about here, and I think it came out like up here.
Right. I mean, it's not shiny. We still have to work on our skills on getting it to the polished finish.
Right. We have not learned the secret arts of the resin polishing quite yet. We did go all the way up to 10,000 grit sandpaper, and using buffing compound and polishing compound, but it still didn't come out quite as shiny.
Yeah, it's not shiny. However, it almost actually looks like wood, which we love. If you didn't know that about us already. So it's pretty cool. It has a kind of nice grain and it works. I mean, it feels good.
We're not saying that it's Jay Nielsen or Doug Markida or Dave Baker approved.
But I don't know. It's not biting.
It doesn't bite the hand.
And it does have an indexing to where you like know where.
We've been watching a lot of Forged in Fire. You know where the edge is.
You know where the edge is.
And if you look down, well, we really didn't do anything to the actual blade part of it. So.
Oh no. Well, we didn't.
Oh, did it pick up a warp?
We didn't make this knife, but yeah, it does. It does actually have a little bit of a.
Shh. We won't say that. We won't say that. So we're very happy with the outcome. Really looking forward to being able to use this knife again.
Yeah, I mean, it feels just like the old handle did before it was broken.
Yep. See, I kind of thought that the handle originally was made out of some sort of like a rubber type compound. It felt like it had a little bit of a give to it. Not much, but just a little bit.
Okay.
Whereas this feels completely solid. Looks good. I'm really happy with it.
I'm happy with it too.
So thanks for joining us into this expedition into resin knife handle making. We hope that you enjoyed. I know that we had a fun time doing it. Very pleased with the results, and we hope that you enjoyed it as well.
So please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. Hit the bell if you want notifications of when we put out new material.
Yep, and speaking of other content, we do have several other channels as well, so check those out. Teaching, learning, and transmitting. So we'll see you soon, hopefully. Until next time.
Bye.
Good enough?
Done.
It slices. That ripped. Am I talking to you? Talk to the camera. Talk to the camera. All right, so I gotta figure out which I'm talking to. Now we've had this knife for a long time.
Probably since we got married, which it's been
Like
16.
30.
16 years? Thanks.
Right.
Really feels like that long.
I mean, three.
Yeah.
And so our thought was our thought was to make a new handle out of resin. That was a really long and exaggerated way of saying.
Ready?
Yep.
Now I'm just hammering down the inside so that it just...
That was a nice
That was a nice
sound. Yeah, stay there. Yep, stay right there.